Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of the Westchester Weavals, and today we have our week week six matchup against Mix, our old pal Mix. I think Mix is like honestly been on the channel like the most. We're always like in the same divisions whenever like we're in leagues together or something like that. I don't know, it is what it is, but yes, we played him. We played him last week in SSL, but due to some unfortunate circumstances, we ended up losing that game. But we are not gonna lose this game here. I was really just like not about losing this game. I'm not gonna lie. We haven't been doing too hot in this JBA season, so we need to win to bounce back. Um, but yeah, he's got a pretty beast team. On his side, he has Landers Incarnate. Kirim regular. I don't know what the proper term for that is. Kirim regular? It must be just Kirim, right? Whatever. And then he's got the Mega Epsil, the Gardevoir, the Tangrowth, and the Heatran. While on my side, we have K Moody 617, the Haxorus, with Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Life Orb, and well, Life Orb. It's holding a Life Orb, and it has Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Poison Jab. And then we have Korra, the Legend of Korra, with Ice Beam, Surf, Light Screen, and Moonblast. And then we have our little meatball himself, with our meatball the Darmanitan, with Choice Scarf, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Rock Slide, Earthquake. And then we have Lord Zed. Shout out to the Power Rangers for coming out this weekend. We have Lord Zed, the almighty Lord Zed, rocking with Stealth Rocks, Heavy Slam, Earthquake, and Toxic. And then we have the beautiful Crank Anchors. Ooh, she's so beautiful. With U-Turn, Knockoff, Defog, and Roost. While we have, and then last but not least, we have Care Package, the Aldino, with Wish, Protect, Ice Beam, and Toxic. So, looking at Mix's team, he has a somewhat similar team to last time, but he swapped out the Tentacruel and the Raichu for Mega Absol and Gardevoir. So, I'm thinking he might do the similar to what he did last time we played. So, I think the few adjustments he's going to make, and this is, honestly God, not like even before we played. So I thought if the Gardevoir was gonna come, it was gonna be a trick variant, because he had a very tough time trying to break through Manabuzz and Audino. So he has to somehow try to cripple them. And then with Absol, if he brought Mega Absol, which I thought was kind of likely, it would definitely maybe be a mix set with like Thunder, or I mean, I guess Play Rough would be Play Rough, Superpower, Sucker Punch, and Knockoff would be in probably the set, like max attack, max speed kind of deal, or enough speed to outspeed my fastest mon. But yeah, he would need max speed, I think, or he would need close to max speed. Regardless, and then with Landorus, I think his adjustment there is stacking more into attack. He does need a Landorus to a degree, but the Landorus, like, I think he could potentially double dance and just run through my team a little bit with like double dance, Earthquake, and Rock Slide, like a Life Orb set or something like that. I thought he would be leaning more physical this game, just to try to, like, you know, catch my spreads off guard or something like along those lines. Kirim, last time it was a subset. I don't know if it would be a subset again. I don't think so, because I don't think it necessarily works against my team. Heatran, I think the Heatran was pretty effective last time we played, so I think it's still going to be the Gracium Z, Bloom Boom, Rocks, Flash Cannon, Flare Blitz. Not Flare Blitz, Bubble Bloom. Why did I say Flare Blitz? I'm looking at Darmanitan right now. maybe like Lava Plume, Magnet Storm, something along those lines. Maybe a little bit more, packing more punch. And then I think the Tangrowth would be something similar as well. Could be wrong though. But he does have a very similar looking team. But yeah, let's get into this match. I'm going to just like off the look of the team, I'm going to lead off with Darmanitan because I have no really reason not to. This Choice Scarf variant will blow back Landorus, and it could do real big damage to Absol, Gardevoir, Tangrowth, and even Heatran if if it's not on a balloon or something like that. So we're gonna lead off with Darmanitan, and we're gonna lead off with his little meatball, and he's gonna lead off with Gardevoir. So he can't stay in because the Flare Blast will blow this thing all the way back. So I'm just gonna click U-turn. U-turn regardless would do a lot, even if you decide to want to stay in for whatever reason. So I decided to do that, and then he goes into this, and I knock off. So no item comes off, and this pretty much confirms that he is Grassy MZ. I really don't mind him going for Bloom Doom on my my Cora because I do have the Rindo Berry like in the last matchup, and if I don't get crit, it's really only doing like 50-ish%. And if it does like 50-ish%, I can get that wish back on it with Audino. I mean, I would have to be relatively careful, but I still could get it on especially if it's like Audino Kyurem. Like I don't think Kyurem can really even do much to Tapu Fini, to be honest. So I'm not 100%. I'm not like worried about it. Like he's definitely that. He's definitely that. Or like if he was Rocky MZ, he would have shown already. Like a Rocky MZ Ancient Power kind of jump off. But yeah, so he misses the Mega Storm. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm not staying on potential Mega Storm right here. I'm going to this. He gets up his rocks. Fine play. He goes into this, and then I decide to protect. I just wanted to see what he wanted to do. If he wanted to Mega Storm again. He Will-O-Wisp right here, and I'm like, okay, cool. So this is pretty much a free Toxic right here. I decided to Toxic right here, and then I get the Tangrowth, which is great because the Tangrowth is annoying as fuck. He goes for the knock right here. I just want to get more Toxic damage off, and he goes for the Body Slam, and I'm like, okay, Body Slam, Tangrowth, that's interesting, to say the least. And then I think I switch right here into Crank Anchors to try to get these rocks away, but he switches as well into Gardevoir. And I was looking at Moonblast class, and it actually does like 50%. And I was like, okay, can't stay in. But I get the wish back on the Audino switch. He decides to go for Trick right here, and I'm like, oh, okay. So he, I guess he predicted he predicted the Protect or something like that. But he did a halfway decent job bluffing the Trick. Or not, I shouldn't say halfway decent. He did a good job bluffing the Trick. He got me on the trick. But I had a feeling he was tricked. He was tricked. I should have probably protected right there. The Will-O-Wisp from the other turn kind of threw me off. What are you gonna do? But this being tricked kind of sucks. But it can still pass around wishes. I think I threw up a Toxic on it, and then he's not synchronized his Trace, which is pretty good on his part because I think Trace works better for my matchup against him, just so he can trace the Audino Regenerator. That would be just my opinion. Yeah. And then he goes for the Moonblast right there. Oh, and he could also like trace the Speed Boost. Well, actually no, he couldn't because he could trace the Speed Boost on the Yanmega and maybe like keep his Scarf and then Speed Boost up and just blow back the Yanmega. But he goes for Moonblast. Moonblast does like 27, 30-ish%. It's just still good intel. It's kind of what I expected. And then he goes and he switches out the Heatran right here. I decide to serve. It doesn't kill. I know Bloom Boom's coming. And then he hits me with the Bloom Boom, hoping for no crit this time. I eat that Rindo Berry all the way up, baby. And it does about, as expected, about 50-ish%, 53 points to be precise. But yeah, so I decided to surf again because he can't stay in. I get the crit on the surf, kind of cool. But then he is racking up damage on his Gardevoir. I just go into this and he Moonblasts me right here. And I think right here I decide to just throw up a wish. Yep, throw up a wish and he Moonblasts again. And then I thought I could actually switch in to Cora right here. But I looked at the Moonblast calcs, and there was, if you went for a Moonblast on the Korra, it will kill the Korra, especially after rocks. And I was like, ooh, didn't really think of that. So I go into Lord Zed. I was kind of fearful of the burn or potential Focus Blast since I haven't seen his last move. If you Focus Blast me, especially pre-Mega, that would have been a four-time weak Focus Blast hit, and that would have sucked. But he doesn't. He decides to switch into Tangrowth. Cool with me. I got the Mega off. He goes for the Body Slam. It doesn't do shit, but it paralyzes me. But I decided to get up my rocks right here because I don't want the Heat Train coming in again. And also, any sort of chip on his team would be very, very nice. I decided to go into here. And then that. And you may be wondering, like, you just got up rocks. Why would you go into your Defogger? Well, hear me out. I wanted to go into this just so so I can, if he wants to switch up on something else, he can. And he will just take a little bit of chip damage. I don't know. But pretty much, like, having the rocks up on the Aggron basically means the Heat Train can't come in on the Aggron and try to, like, Magnet Storm off of it. It was also a thought process of mine. Then he goes into Heat Train. This thing dies. I actually went for a knockoff right here because I was actually expecting the Landorus Incarnate to come in. But he wisely sacks the Heat Train to get the Landorus in right here. I think I decided to roost right here because I wanted to scout the damage of what a Rock Slide would do. See if he had a lot of physical investment into here. I think I even lived like a fully attack Rock Slide, I'm pretty sure. But he goes for a Swords Dance, and I'm like, yo, click X, no! I go to Lord Zed just to eat this Rock Slide, and it incoming, and it does like 19%, that's a lot. And then the Earthquake, even with Filter, yo, that's gonna be blown back. And he reveals that he is Life Orb, because Earthquake does not have a secondary effect. So I go into this is Choice Scarfed. Flare Blitz will kill Landorus, unless he has like some sort of weird bulk set. But I decided to do that, and then the rocks plus a Flare Blitz will kill this. I don't know if Flare Blitz actually killed from there. Killed like a Tangrowth full defensive Tangrowth. I would hope it does, but regardless, we got that kill. Then he goes into Kyurem. He takes 25% on the rocks, which is nice. And I go into this little bugger, and he does like 21% right there. Kind of cool. I throw up a Wish. He is running. Oh, he traces the Regenerator, so if he decides to switch here, he will take some damage. I go into Tapu Fini, and I think he traces the Regenerator just so he can switch out. But if he had what's it called? If he had Moonblast right there, Korra might have died, or it might have. I mean, probably would have. But he doesn't, and we get all our health back, which is beautiful. I decided to go for a Moonblast right here. And then we go for a Moonblast, and then does 24%. I got the special attack drop, which is awesome. And so I take this opportunity to get up my light screen. So I got up a light screen just because this thing's going to die soon, and he might go into Landorus and try to Slither Wave me or Thunder me with the Absol. Something along those lines. But he reveals Memento as his last move, and I'm like, ooh, okay, that's cool. So the rocks are also helping me out here too, because this puts him in nice and clean Ice Beam range, even at -2. This is a this is like a 66% min, and he is at 66%. So he Earthquakes me, and that's a 60%. I'm like, holy shit, calm down, Landorus. Oh my god, I did not think it would do that much. I knew I could like live anything he wanted to do, but I didn't realize it would do that much. And then this right here is this is looking kind of strong in my favor. On the Ice Beam, I probably should have just sacked the Audino, but he Ice Beams me twice. And then right here, I was actually kind of worried that I was going to choke the game away. He goes for the Play Rough, and it does kill me. And I'm like really worried that the Play Rough is going to kill Mandibuzz. It's going to kill Sucker Punch is going to kill Darmanitan, and Play Rough is going to kill Haxorus, and then he's going to take out the Audino as well. So I decided to go into this, and Play Rough does a shit ton. Play Rough does like 49% calm down, and I get the U-turn off, and then I go with the Care Package, and then he goes for the Superpower, and I'm like, ooh, okay. He went for the Superpower right here, and then because he went for the superpower, he got the drop on the defense and attack, and I just go right into Haxorus. If he had not gone for the superpower, he potentially could have won this game on a roll. I think he needed like a mid to high roll to kill me with play rough at 88%. But he doesn't get it. so he can't kill me with the -1 attack. Well, in terms of he doesn't get it, like this is if he's at neutral. If he's at neutral, it does like, I think it does like 80 to 96%, something like that. So he would need a mid to high roll. But since he's at -1, it doesn't do 88% unless he like crit or something like that. But yeah, so I get this off. He goes for the play rough, and he does 64%, and then we Dragon Claw and we win the game. We pick up the nice 3-0 against Mix. Good game, Mix. Definitely not the cleanest game we played, but I think we made the place to win, right? We haven't been playing too hot, just like in a lot of different leagues, but so it's nice to get a little win right here. Just have had a series of unfortunate events, and it's just competition's tough. It's hard to win Pokemon sometimes, especially with a lot of good players. But to get the win right here against, and to get a pseudo revenge win for our SSL match, it's great. So hope you guys enjoyed the match. Leave a comment below if you'd like to drop a like. Hope you guys are rooting for the Westchester Weavers. My name's Moody, and I'll be see you guys later. Peace.